everybody, this is Calvin Waite. I trade crypto for a living. I'm not a registered or licensed financial advisor, planner, or broker, so nothing on this all of these things, so I probably have a vested interest in there. But there's plenty of entertainment value and lots of education, so this will be awesome. For those of you who didn't know, my subscription channel is live. So look at the link in the description over at cryptoinfluencers.com and you can see how I make all of my trades and what I do and what I think about everything. This channel is for more hypothetical and looking at trends, and the other one is for actual trading, so you might be interested in that. Hey everybody! Well, that was kind of interesting. Today was definitely quite the day so far. I'm doing my video pretty close to close, so by the time this video is published, it'll definitely be closed already. But I just, yesterday we had our live conversation, which was really awesome. It was every Wednesday we do that on. We just talk. We'll do a live stream, and it's on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, all that good stuff, and take questions and have a conversation. So that's really fun. But before I get going, just wanted to remind you that cryptoinfluencers.com is my home base. This is where we do everything. So feel free to subscribe at cryptoinfluencers.com. This is the free channel, so you'll just get free videos there. This is the pro one in case you're interested. All right, let's go. So today, well actually yesterday during the live stream, we were talking about how we were at this, the X marks the spot. We had triple support. We had our increasing support coming up this way. We had our declining resistance that we broke out of and had been waiting to come back and hit as support. I thought perhaps this green candle was our money maker, especially after we'd had a swing day of 2 candles on either side. And then this one came along, and then this morning we opened really low and it was not looking pretty. And I was like, well, so there were some people in the pro channel that were getting a little nervous that this was gonna melt down. But man, what a day. This is beautiful. This is what you call a bullish engulfing candle. And at the bottom of a leg down, it is a beautiful reversal. And the size of it shows a lot of strength. It is a complete power move to the upside. The biggest one we've ever had was down here, and I've circled it in an ugly way. But we had a really long run down, and we had the most authoritative bullish engulfing candle that's just launched us up to here. And this was the bottoming point of our entire market. So this was the switching point. Well, we just put in another one. So if there was any question as to whether the S&P is bullish or bearish, this candle's pretty much putting an exclamation point on the bullish scenario. We have our confirmation. It's time to go up. I'm thinking that we're here. This will pull Bitcoin with it. And Bitcoin is at this really, really intense switching point. We are very tight. I just drew these lines just this morning with the pro channel, just saying, we've stopped with the ups and downs, and we are going full sideways because we're not sure what's going to happen with the 50 coming up so tight against us. And now we're being squeezed with the 50-week moving average. So what's the battle of the 50s? 50-day versus 50-week, and the market doesn't know what to do. So we are ranging in the middle of this, and that's why our 20 has been so weird. We've been below the 20, we've been above the 20, we're below, we're above. Today we were below most of the day. We have 18 minutes till this closes, but our 20 is now sitting at 23,500, and we are $20 away from holding the 20. Let me tell you how bullish that would be. That would be so great, especially with a nice long wick at the bottom of this. We just might be turning the corner. If we start having some green action, especially intraday action on the S&P, Bitcoin is going to start creeping this way. If we hit the top of this, we're not out of the woods. We need a weekly close above the 50, and it is game on. So this is our weekly 50. It is at 24,089, and our price is, we're about $600 below that. So if this week decides that within the next, because what is today? Thursday. So 3 days more, if we can creep up and get either close to this, or if we actually do flip from yellow to white by closing above this this 50, man, it is going to be fireworks. It's going to be awesome. So we have everything we need from the broad markets. Broad markets are they have done the full comeback for confirmation. We're ready to move on the S&P. In fact, look at the S&P. This is a beautiful support candle. This one closes tomorrow. So we'll see. If we regain the 50, that would be pretty phenomenal. And the 50 is at about 400. So if we can go up a couple dollars on this is the SPY, but if we can get up to 4,000 on the S&P 500 or 400 on SPY, oh man, we're gonna be putting in some beautiful new moves. So Ethereum's printing a green week already. Ethereum just looks so good. I can't even tell you. Oh man, it's exciting. We bounced. We don't like to be touching the 50 too much, but if we can lift off of this, then we're in great shape, and we're close. I mean, look at this. Our highest close was at 1703, about 1704, and we have been ranging between 15 and 17, the whole about a $200 span. And the majority of our time we've been in the upper half of this, and the 50's coming up to just scoop us up. And believe me, if we get a close real tight up against this and getting closer to our 50, Ethereum's going to have a leg up, which would be pretty fun. This is what we've been waiting for. We already have confirmation that the downward momentum has shifted because we have higher highs and higher low now with this. I mean, this one's a little close. I mean, we're kind of ranging where our prior high was, but Bitcoin, it's undeniable. Bitcoin, we definitely have a higher high than our prior high, and the higher low is kind of debatable if this is our swing low. I don't know if this is really. I mean, it sticks out because there's no trading action on either side of it, but we're getting there. Like, we're having a turnaround. This is early exiting the bear market stuff, and there is some serious upside that can come when this happens. So Ethereum looks good, Bitcoin looks good, S&P looks good. It's just, if you listen to the news, the world's going to blow up, and it's always misdirection. There was an interesting thing that happened this morning. Somebody was talking about how Silvergate Bank, their stock was down like 50% or 40%. I didn't even look to see like what the actual number was. And what was weird about that was that a month ago, BlackRock announced that they were investing in Silvergate, and now they're down 50%. And so a lot of that feels like misdirection. When BlackRock says, hey, we're investing in this, a lot of people are like, oh, wow, this is really strong. This is really good. Let's buy in. And then they just become exit liquidity for BlackRock or anybody else. Like they could have done that themselves just to find exit liquidity. So it's really hard to trust the news. It's really hard to trust the news. And really, we just have to be watching the chart. The chart will tell you what's going to happen before the news does. And let me just tell you, all the bad news that we're seeing on the S&P, that entire story will change if we have a week of upside. Suddenly, all these these, the same economic indicators will come out and they'll be like, oh, well, investors are really pleased by this. And if the price was going down, it would be like, oh, investors are very disappointed by these numbers. And that's just how it works. So you kind of have to close your ears to the news, the hype, the manipulation out there in the world, and you have to make your own decisions, and you have to really look at the TA for what it is. The chart, when people are buying, it'll show up in the chart. When people are selling, it'll show up in the chart. So people speak more truth when they're speaking with their wallets. Where your money, if your money's where your mouth is, you can tell that they're being honest with you. And so that's kind of how these charts work. If people are telling you that they're buying, but their wallet says they're selling, the price is going to move down, especially if there are people with big pockets moving things around. So anyway, I'm feeling very encouraged by this. Today on the S&P was really awesome, and these things will translate over into crypto, and we're right there in the balance, man. We're so close. So I've pretty much, I'm kind of in a no trade zone. We'll break either up or down. And it's not defined yet because down is flipping in from green to yellow. If we close below the 50-day, we're going to have a leg down. I don't know how intense it'll be, but it'll be, it should be pretty decent. I mean, you don't really go from green to yellow without some decent retraction. Like here's some pretty good ones. Even this one was a little bit minor. This one happened all at once, though. You didn't really, we were already at the bottom when we exited, so it's kind of hard to say. But normally, flipping from green to yellow, there's some sort of downside. If we're gearing up to move, it's not going to be that significant. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking that we're getting there. We are very, very, very close to lifting off and actually putting in a significant move. It still feels like we're ranging because we're in the vicinity of our prior move off the bottom. So this feels a little bit rangy, but nobody will say, yeah, we're still in a bear market if we start moving above 25,000. If we're up here, the chart's just so obvious that you just can't, you can't miss it. So looking good. We'll continue to look at this and kind of unpack it day by day as we get more data. But I'm pretty happy about this. In 10 minutes, we're going to close this. And I love that we're hugging the top here. And we'll see. We'll see if we can just kind of break out of this little range that we've kind of found ourselves in. If we get up against the 50-week, man, it's going to look really good. So next week could be fireworks. Friday's the last day that S&P will be trading, and I'll be very curious to see if we start a candle moving up a little higher. I've been expecting this for a long time, and day by day, you're not sure. It's easy to double second guess yourself, but you just kind of have to stick to your guns until things really play out. You really need to see it fully play out. So I thought we'd have a prettier week. With this candle. We kind of had some bleed offs for 3 days, but today kind of shows you there's some bulls in this market with a lot of money. So the whole market increased today, and I don't see why we would stop, because this chart is clear as day that we've hit our bottom. So that's what I'm reading. So I'm going with it. All right, guys, we will catch you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Yeah. Oh, one thing too, the free channel does have a chat in case you're curious or if you want to say anything. It's an easy way to get a hold of me. So it's just chat.cryptoinfluencers.com. If you're signed up at the free channel, there is a chat there, but that's where the pro channel is too, the private chat for pros. All right. We'll catch you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for making it to the end of my video. Make sure you keep those trades small. Don't force a trade. Don't get impatient. And if you want to see how all this works, please come over and check me out on the subscription channel at cryptoinfluencers.com. Again, the link is in the description.